impresses us here is just
Hello
how
guys,
elaborate
today
a
this
lot of the
is
points of interest
Mr.
are. You know,
Great,
they're not just generic structures that you wander in and out of in
Mr.
a second.
Crettomato,
Many of these buildings are
Tomato
full-on
Crate, Tomato Crate,
dungeons
yeah,
with
this is
puzzles
Tomato
to
Crate,
solve, keys and stuff to collect,
testing
all
something.
carefully designed to be engaging.
So,
They're not just the generic sort of
let's
randomly
go.
generated
Kick.
structures you're used to
Yes,
seeing in
just
a
kick,
survival
kick.
game. Exploration is
Oh,
fun,
and
but base building
I
is just
don't
as
know
good.
what
You know,
is
the
that.
zombie hordes are pretty relentless when they attack, so even the most impregnable fortress can be
what
great.
was that?
Just trying to build the perfect defensive structure can keep someone busy for a really long time. It really is a game of two halves, but both of them are extremely fun in their own right, especially with a friend or two along for the ride.
I think something happened to Mr. Crate. Let me fix that for a second. Disable.
Now, down at number 2, Satisfactory. This factory building game has a definitive endpoint technically, like your progression does eventually stop at some point, and that's the end of the game. But there's nothing stopping a satisfactory player from just continuously building out their ultimate eternal factory for hundreds of hours past the point where the game was actually technically meant to end. It's easy to get obsessive about this game. That's the charm of it. It's so cool. It's so immersive with the first-person camera and just existing in this massive structure that you built from the ground up. It's just so satisfying. It's a game that's hard to give up. You know, you just want to keep optimizing your production chain and make even more elaborate and impressive structures for your factory. That's the real satisfactory here. It's the part after you unlock everything. The story, in quotes, is essentially a tutorial. After that, it's all about taking everything you learned and using these many levers at your disposal to create the ultimate world-spanning factory. And you're going to want to do it for a long time. And now finally down at number 1, Kenshi. This game is like if RimWorld wasn't a colony sim, but an RPG. It's less of a full open world game and more of a storytelling engine where you can do whatever you want and just see what happens. Now, like RimWorld, Kenshi generally involves a brutal failure and crushing defeat. This is an extremely unforgiving game. Even when you give yourself the most favorable start possible, you think you're set up for success, it's still really easy to run into trouble that can very quickly escalate out of control until you're just a torso crawling through the empty desert, counting the minutes until your inevitable death. Yes, it's that type of game. This is a pain in the ass, but it's also very engaging and rewarding and entertaining. And surprisingly deep. Eventually, you can cyborg yourself out, get an entire posse to follow you, and even start up your own town with building mechanics and everything. There's a lot to do in Kenshi if you manage to survive starting out, which you generally probably won't, but that's what makes the game so interesting. It's not much of a looker. I get it. You're looking at this, you're like, this is number 1. But as far as emergent narratives go, very few games can match the sort of controlled chaos that is Kenshi. It's an extremely weird, unforgiving game, which can be a turn-off for a lot of people. This is literally not a game for everyone. But if it clicks with you, if you are that type of person, then Kenshi's world is one you can spend a ton of time getting lost in. But those are 10 open-world games that never really end. This was fun to talk about, and I know there are a bunch more examples out there, so let us know in the comments some of your favorite games that feel like they never end, whether by design or just how you play and how you engage with them. If you like talking games with us every single day, clicking a like button is all you gotta do. It really helps us out. And
get out of the way!
But as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
New IPs are risky, and RPGs are probably the genre that single-handedly demands the most work on.
I forgot to turn off my Wi-Fi, guys.
Well,
oh my god. Yes.
Join the 1% Club to get the unhinged stuff weekly.
Today,
we're talking about 10
Melon Sandbox.
RPGs.
Melon Sandbox.
Starting off at number 10, it's Blood of the Dawnwalker. I have fondly referred
Can
to
I
this
now
game
get
as
out?
Witcher, but you're a
Get
vampire,
out.
which is not as catchy of a name as Blood of the Dawnwalker.
Oh my
Granted.
god.
This is a brand new
What is
dark
the
fantasy action
X?
RPG from Rebel Wolves, which was founded by some former CD Projekt Red devs, and Bandai Namco is publishing.
Something
You're a guy by the
happened.
name of
I don't
Cohen.
know
You
what
live
did
in
I hit.
14th century
This
Europe. By
happened,
day, you're a normal human being, and at night, you're a vampire. Probably the most interesting aspect about this game isn't the vampire stuff, although, I mean, who among us hasn't said, you know, it would be cooler if you were a Witcher who was also a vampire? Who among us out there didn't like
I don't know what
vampire with
happened.
Y? VAMPY.